Hello, everyone. My name is Erlando Simanjuntak, and I'm thrilled to share some incredible insight with you today. As part of my MBA journey at IPMI Institute, I've had the privilege of attending an eye-opening courses on influence and negotiation with the highly respected Prof. Tjut Sjahnaz SIFR. This class has been a game changer for me, both professionally and personally. One of the most impactful moments was during a class exercise when we role play real world negotiation scenarios. It was fascinating to see how small tweaks in tone, framing, or even body language could completely shape the outcome of a conversation. It made me realize that communication isn't just about what you say, it's how you make people feel and think. Today, I'll be sharing lessons from this course that have helped me sharpen my communication skills, master persuasion techniques, and approach negotiation with a fresh perspective. Let's dive in. At its core, effective communication is about creating a genuine connection. Here is what I've learned. First, align words and actions. Communication is a full body experience. During our class, I saw firsthand how mismatched body language can words words can confuse your audience. Synchronizing tone, gestures, and expression with your message build trust and credibility. Second, understand your listener. One key takeaway was realizing that meaning is shaped by the listener perspective. Whether negotiating with peers or presenting ideas to a team, tailoring your message to your audience values and experiences creates clarity and resonance. Third, balance specific specificity with vision. A powerful message, a powerful lesson from our class discussion was learning to toggle between detailed examples and broader themes. For example, while explaining a strategy, I know pair concrete data with compelling vision of the future. This makes the message both relatable and inspiring. Listening is often misunderstood as a passive, but this class taught me that it's an active. There are five-stage process. First, receive. I remember a moment during class when a peer shared feedbacks and instead of preparing my response, I focused fully on their words. That level of attention transformed the conversation. Second, understand. Asking clarification question became my go-to strategy for avoiding misunderstanding. It's amazing how too often assumption can detail communication. Third, remember. Our instructor emphasized technique like repetition and visualization to retain key information, a tip I now use daily. Fourth, evaluate. We practice separating facts from opinion in mock debates, teaching me to stay objective and fair. So we need to avoid prejudice that we already learned about the movies 12 Angry Men. Fifth, respond thoughtfully. A simple note or a thoughtful summary show how much respect you give the speaker and it strengthens our connection. Now we are here with persuasion techniques. We arrive at persuasion technique. Persuasion is a mix of strategy and authenticity. As I've learned through the class exercises and case studies, here are some key techniques that I've taken note of. Build credibility. One assignment require us to pitch an idea to a skeptical audience. I realized that demonstrating competence, being honest, and maintaining a calm demeanor were critical for gaining trust. Second, find common ground. During a negotiation exercise, I learned the power of starting with areas of agreement. It disarmed tension and made finding solution easier. Third, appeal to emotion and logic. Our lecturer often remind us data informs, but stories persuade. Stories persuade. Sharing a personal story during a mock presentation made my argument not just logical but deeply relatable. Now, negotiation takeaways. Negotiation was another transformative part of the class. Here's what stood out. First, preparation is key. Our lecturer emphasized preparing not just your own goal, but you're also understanding the other party's needs and motivation. It made me realize that walking into a negotiation unprepared is like stepping into a game without knowing the rules. Focus on interest, not position. A negotiation exercise taught me to dig deeper into why someone wanted something, not just what they were asking for. This approach often reveals creative solutions. And, of course, aim for win-win solution. One of the most valuable lessons was framing agreement as a mutually beneficial. It builds goodwill and ensures lasting partnership. Reflecting on this class, I am incredibly grateful for the practical skills and personal growth it has inspired. Here's what I will leave you with. There are three. First, communication is most effective when words, tone, and body language align. Second, active listening builds trust and ensure mutual understanding. Third, persuasion and negotiation are about creating value, not just winning arguments. I can confidently say that this lesson have made me a better communicator and negotiator. If you're looking to elevate your skill, I highly recommend embracing this principle. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to all your relative, your counterpart, your colleague. Hopefully, this session will be beneficial for you. See you guys. Bye.
Guys, so you just heard my thoughts on how negotiation has completely changed the way I approach challenges. Whether it's solving problem at work, managing tricky situation, or even negotiating for something personal, these skills have been a game changer for me. But here's the thing, talking about negotiation is one thing. Actually doing it, that's where the fun and the real learning happens. Because when you are sitting across the table and the stakes are high, that's when everything you know gets tasted. Up next, we are diving into a negotiation debate that takes everything we've talked about and puts it into action. You'll see strategies unfold, tough decision made, and spoiler alert, both sides fighting for a win-win outcome. This is where theory meets reality, and it's going to be good. So stick around because you love a bit of drama, strategy, and some clever back and forth. You are in for a treat. All right, enough for me. Let's jump into the action, guys. Thanks for coming in, Junet. Let's get started. Your quote of 150 per unit for 15,000 units is higher than expected. We were aiming for 130.
Agus, I appreciate your transparency, but 130 is below our cost structure. The raw material market has been volatile and labor cost has risen by 10% this year. 150 is competitive given these conditions.
I understand your perspective, but 150 won't work for us. At that price, this project goes over budget, and I'll have to consider other suppliers.
Other suppliers may offer lower prices, but can they match our reliability and quality? We have delivered consistently for years, and switching suppliers could introduce risk.
That's true, and we value your reliability, but my job is to get the best value for the company. If we're committing to 15,000 units, surely there's room for a volume discount.
We do offer volume discounts, and that's how we arrive at 150 per unit. For smaller orders, the rate would be even higher.
Junet, we've done our homework. Our supplier are quoting 135 per unit for similar quality. To keep this partnership, we need something closer to that.
If we drop to 135, we'd be taking a hit on our margins. Let's find another way. What if we reduce customization options? or extended the delivery timeline. That would lower our costs.
Extended timelines are no go for us. We have strict deadlines to meet. As for customization, let's discuss it. What could be removed without affecting the product's performance?
We could standardize the packaging and reduce the variety of finishes. That would save us a few dollars per unit, but not enough to get to 135.
All right, let's explore other areas. What if we committed to a multi-year contract that would give you stable business and allow you to plan production more efficiently?
A multi-year contract is appealing, but only if we have flexibility in pricing for subsequent years. Raw material costs fluctuate, and we cannot absorb those risks indefinitely.
Fair point. How about we lock in 137 per unit for year 1 and allow price adjustment for year 2 based on a raw material index with a 3% cap?
137 is closer, but a 3% cap is too tight. Can we agree on a 5% cap?
I agree to a 5% cap. If we can add a clause ensuring delivery penalties for delays, we need to
Delivery
dispatch material on
penalties
time.
are tough. We've always delivered on time, so I'm hesitant to formalize that. How about a grace period of 1 week before penalties apply?
1 week grace period is reasonable. Penalties would kick it in at 1% of the shipment's value per week or delay after that.
All right, I can work with that. Let's talk about logistics. A large order like this increases our transportation costs. Can we stagger deliveries into smaller, bi-weekly shipments?
That's fine, but we expect you to cover the additional logistics costs.
Covering all logistic costs for staggered deliveries would eat into our margins. Can we split the logistic expenses 50-50?
50-50 sounds fair. One last thing, payment terms. We're currently at 60 days. If we are giving you this level of volume, I need you to agree to 45 days.
45 days is tight for us. Can we meet halfway at 50 days?
Deal. Let me recap. 137 per unit for year 1 with a 5% price adjustment cap for year 2, staggered bi-weekly deliveries with shared logistic costs, 50-day payment terms, and a 1-week grace period before penalties for delays.
That's a fair summary. I think we've found a good middle ground here.
Great. I'll have the updated agreement sent over for your review. Thanks for walking through this with me, Junaid.
Thank you, Agus. I'm confident this will benefit both of us moving forward.